to talk to you about Ukrainian men. On this channel we talk about international dating, and in 2017 I have filmed a video called Myths and Truths about Ukrainian men, and this video has aged really well and it is still pretty accurate and it is still popular. I will leave the link below this video. I have decided to ask ChatGPT what does English-speaking internet think about Ukrainian men, and then as a Ukrainian woman and as a matchmaker and dating coach, I will share with you my thoughts. So, what does ChatGPT has to say about Ukrainian men? Ukrainian men, what you need to know about their dating culture and mindset. According to ChatGPT, Ukrainian men are raised to be providers and protectors. Men are expected to take responsibility for their family and provide financial stability. Well, I have to agree with it because our society, Ukrainian society, is still traditional, and it is really so that boys are raised with these ideas that you have to get a degree, get an education, you have to be strong, you have to be a provider, you have to be a leader, you have to earn money because you will have to take a girl out, you will have to buy her ice cream, you will have to buy her flowers, and then later on you will have to buy an apartment or to buy a house, because we have the saying that to have your own corner, which literally means that you have to own your own property where you will bring your woman to start a family. ChatGPT says, in Ukraine, traditional gender roles are still strong. Men are expected to take responsibility for their family and provide financial stability. Yes, it is really so. In the majority of families, gender roles are still quite traditional, and the classical model is that he earns more money, she is a stay-at-home mom who takes care of the kids. Of course, the majority of families, they don't live like that, so usually both parents work, especially if we are talking about younger families, like younger ladies, especially if she has higher education, she doesn't want to be a stay-at-home mom. And usually if we are talking about younger families, very occasionally they can afford to have just one source of income. But still, if we are talking about traditional views on family, yes, a man has to be a provider in the family. What else? Many Ukrainian men believe that a real man should take care of his woman and family. They often focus on making money, achieving status, and proving their masculinity. Yes, I agree with this. Sometimes this idea of masculinity is a little bit extreme and a little bit toxic, in a sense that, well, boys are taught that you can't show your emotions, boys don't cry, you shouldn't talk about your emotions, you should hide your true feelings, because real men, they don't cry, they don't talk about emotions, they just show them with their actions. And it is not always smart, and usually it is not healthy to act this way, and there is nothing bad in showing your emotions, and sometimes, quite often, it is actually good to talk about your emotions because it helps to build not only meaningful dialogues but also to build an emotional connection, and it is actually healthy for a quality relationship to talk about feelings. But in our cultural, men are taught since they are kids that you shouldn't be talking about your feelings because the society will perceive you as less masculine. But yes, there is some sense in it that you have to be strong, you have to be masculine, you have to act as a real man. What else does ChatGPT has to say about Ukrainian men? Many Ukrainian women expect their partner to be a strong and reliable provider. Yes, it is really so, and many Ukrainian women, they mention it in this exact wording: I want him to be a provider. Is he ready to provide not only emotional support but also, yes, financial support? Is he ready to be reliable? Is he mature enough to create a family, to start a family? Is he ready to become a good partner, strong partner, to commit to a relationship? What else? A man who appears too passive, indecisive, or avoids responsibility may be seen as weak. Yes, Ukrainian society is quite traditional, and with this idea that gender roles are really well defined. A man has to be masculine, a woman has to be feminine. A man who is not ready to take responsibility, who is not sure what he wants to do with his life, what he wants to become in this life, which, for example, profession he wants to choose, whether he wants to build a business, to build a career, whether he is ready to build a relationship, etc. When he doesn't know what he wants, when he doesn't have a plan, and he is kind of chill, he is kind of relaxed, that's not really appealing. And it's not just about Ukrainian men. If he's a foreigner and he tries to court a Ukrainian woman and he can't even choose a restaurant where he wants to take her out, and he can think that he's doing a chivalrous thing, like he wants her to pick a restaurant to her liking. For example, he is not sure whether she likes Italian food or, for example, Chinese cuisine, or she likes sushi. So instead of asking her, like, what is your favorite cuisine, and then suggesting a place and then telling her that, okay, I'm taking you out to this place or to that place, this is a date, he tells her that, oh, you should choose the place, or you should choose what we will do for our date. So basically, a man shows her that, oh, I don't care where we will go, you should choose a movie, you should plan the date. And he believes he is doing a good thing because she will plan a date to her liking. So for sure it will earn him extra points in her eyes, because he will foot the bill at the end of the date, and probably he will bring her flowers because he has heard somewhere that Ukrainian girls like flowers. But at the end of it all, the lady will give the feedback that, oh, I had to plan the whole date. He couldn't even pick a restaurant. I had to pick where we will go. I had to pick a museum, I had to pick a park, I had to do all the planning, and he just showed up. And on a date, I basically had to entertain him, ask all the questions, share all the stories. He was just there listening politely, so I didn't enjoy the date because he was passive. Being passive is not attractive, because Ukrainian women, they are used to men who know how to entertain a woman, who know how to lead, who know what they want, and who are not afraid to pick the restaurant. What else ChatGPT has to say about Ukrainian men? Well, they can be dominant and assertive in relationships. I'm not sure about this. Ukrainian men often have a strong dominant personality and believe that a man should take the lead in a relationship. Yes and no. They usually make decisions in dating and expect their girlfriends or wife to follow their lead. Yes, pretty much this one is accurate. Many are protective of their women, sometimes to the point of jealousy or possessiveness. Again, speaking about jealousy, are we talking about healthy jealousy, unhealthy jealousy? If a guy is confident, he won't be super jealous. Possessive, yes, if I like my woman, then I don't like her flirting with other guys. But if I'm confident enough in myself, then I'm not afraid if other guys are looking at her. Again, if she is not giving me any reasons to doubt her intentions. What else? How this affects foreign men. If you are confident and decisive, you'll fit into the traditional dynamics that many Ukrainian women expect. If you are too passive or let her control everything, she may not see you as masculine enough. Well, to let a woman control everything, in a sense, probably like I have described, that you let her pick a restaurant and you want her to lead the conversation, to choose all the topics, to flirt, to entertain you, you won't get the second date because she will get tired and bored at the end of the date. What else ChatGPT tells us about Ukrainian men? Well, many Ukrainian women appreciate strong but respectful men. It is really so. What else? Ukrainian men can be emotionally reserved. Yes, it is true. Unlike Western men who are often encouraged to express their feelings, Ukrainian men can be emotionally closed off. Many men were raised to believe that showing vulnerability is a sign of weakness. They may struggle with deep emotional conversations or expressing affection openly. Well, haven't I said something like that like 5 minutes ago. Yes, in our society there is this cliche that emotions are for women and men have to be masculine, they have to be reserved, and they shouldn't be talking about their emotions. So sometimes when a Ukrainian woman meets a foreign man who starts talking about his feelings, about his emotions, it can be super overwhelming, because for her such behavior is a little bit too feminine, because she is not used to it, because prior she was dating only Ukrainian men who are super reserved and they are not sharing their feelings. So for her, a foreigner can be like too much like a drama queen, because he's talking about his feelings and she can think that he's way too dramatic. And of course it is important to keep balance, because it is important to talk about your feelings. You have to build this emotional connection, and you can't do it without meaningful conversations. And you can't build meaningful conversations if you don't really share how you feel, what is important to you, why, for example, you react to certain things this way or that way. But let's return to ChatGPT and what does it have to say to us about Ukrainian men. So, many Ukrainian men were raised to believe that showing vulnerability is a sign of weakness. They may struggle with deep emotional conversation or expressing affection openly. Many Ukrainian women appreciate foreign men because they are more emotionally open. If you can express feeling while still being strong and confident, will stand out in a good way. These advice are actually not bad. However, don't be overly emotional or dramatic. Ukrainian women still prefer men who stay composed and in control. What else? Ukrainian men take pride in their appearance. I both agree and disagree with this one. Yes, Ukrainian men generally put effort into looking good, even in casual situations. They dress well, use cologne, and value a masculine appearance. Yes, usually if we compare Ukrainian men to, let's say, men from United States, they do dress better, because people in Europe generally dress better. We invest more effort into looking good. We pay more attention. I think it's more a cultural thing. Still, for some Ukrainian men, investing into a good manicure and pedicure is like way too much. Not because he can't afford it, but because he's afraid it will demasculate him. We have discussed it with you that it's all about being super masculine and being such a strong man. Even though it's like about hygiene, you have to invest into a good manicure and pedicure, because you will be surprised how many dates have been ruined because he has taken his socks off and a woman wanted to scream because she has seen his toes, and like those nails were the ugliest things she has ever seen. It's like the drug nails. What else does ChatGPT have to say about Ukrainian men? Well, they work out and stay in shape. I have to agree with it. They can be traditional, sometimes too much. I agree with it too. Many Ukrainian men have conservative views on gender roles. They believe a man should work hard and be the main provider, yes. Take care of his family, yes. Protect his woman from other men, yes. But they also expect women to be traditionally feminine, which means some Ukrainian men expect their girlfriend or wife to cook, clean, and take care of household duties without much help. Yes and no, especially if we are talking about younger generation. I would say that most of my friends who are Ukrainian couples, they split chores, especially if both a man and a woman work, they split chores. If, for example, they can hire help, if they have kids, then they hire help. If they can't afford to hire help, then they split the chores. So, well, this idea that she has to take care of the kids, clean and cook, then theoretically he has to provide and earn money, but usually that's not the case. Usually like both adults work and both take care of the chores. What else? Some believe that women should not be too independent, which can cause issues in relationship. Again, that's a cliche. I can't fully agree with it. Again, if we are talking about like small towns, some villages, Maybe, but it's more like a cliche to me. What else? Many Ukrainian women appreciate foreign men because they tend to respect women's independence more. I would say that many foreign men want to date a Ukrainian woman because they like all the cliché they read online, and they want to date someone super traditional, and they exaggerate these traditions. So here I also can't fully agree. What else? If you are looking for a feminine woman but also respect her opinions and independence, you'll be very attractive to Ukrainian women. Yes, many Ukrainian men struggle with loyalty. What? Why? Again, this is a cliche. One of the biggest complaints Ukrainian women have about local men is infidelity. I think this is 100% a cliche. Well, in all countries there are people who are not faithful, and unfortunately relationships do end because of this. But I can't say that this is such a huge sin among Ukrainian men. Society is still very traditional. Cheating is common in Ukraine. Where do you get it? Like ChatGPT, where did you get this information from? Well, I have lived in Ukraine most of my life, and I have tons of friends there, and I interview lots of Ukrainian women daily. No, I have to disagree with you. Some Ukrainian men believe that as long as they provide for their family, they have the right to be unfaithful. No. Well, maybe if he is like filthy rich, and then he can afford to have a wife and 5 mistresses. He's maybe, I don't know, a politician or a singer, just like in all countries all around the globe, these rich and famous people. Maybe ChatGPT has written some articles about very famous people. Ukrainian women often get disappointed because they invest into a relationship only to be cheated on. That's a cliche. Many Ukrainian men drink too much. Really? Why? No, it is not so. It is such a crazy cliche. Even I, as a Ukrainian woman, often suffer because of this cliche. People find out that I'm Ukrainian and they tell things like, oh, you must like vodka or horilka, let's take some shots, let's do the shots, let's drink this or that. And when I tell them that not really, I can have a glass of wine, maybe with a good meal, but I'm not into alcohol really, I don't really like it. And no, people are surprised because they still trust all these cliches. Well, ChatGPT thinks that some men drink excessively. Well, some men drink excessively in all countries. I have lived in Germany, and Germans can drink lots of beer. Some Germans. It doesn't mean that all Germans drink lots of beer. And here in Spain, it still surprises me. Like it's Wednesday, 12 p.m. or for example 2 p.m. and people are having a siesta. They drink wine. Wednesday, 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. They're having parties, like wine, lunch, cover. Like, don't you have jobs? But I think it's a cultural sin. ChatGPT continues. Women who have had bad experiences with heavy drinkers often prefer foreign men who tend to drink less. There are heavy drinkers in all countries. To be honest, I haven't met many women or any women who have faced these problems in Ukraine, even though I deal with lots of women in Ukraine. But again, probably there are some women, maybe in small towns. Again, when I read this, it feels like I'm watching some bad TV. What else it says? Many Ukrainian women are looking for a stable, reliable man who doesn't have addiction issues. Well, that's correct. All women are looking for a man who doesn't have any addictions. And of course, he has to be stable and reliable. And what else ChatGPT has to say about Ukrainian men? They are competitive and don't like foreigners dating Ukrainian women. Some Ukrainian men don't like seeing foreign men dating Ukrainian women. They may assume that foreign men are taking their country's most beautiful women. Really? ChatGPT, where did you get this from? I don't know, maybe some men don't like it. I never had any issues with this. Like, I have many friends, some Ukrainian men who are married to foreign women. Of course, I have tons of friends, foreign men and ex-clients who are foreigners who are married to Ukrainian women, and none of these people have issues that people mix cultures. But again, I assume there are some people who have problems with people relocating or learning foreign languages. But again, there might be some people who have a problem with other opinions, with people relocating or disliking or liking other things. But well, you can't please everybody. But I can't think that this is really a sin among Ukrainian men. I don't know where ChatGPT got this. Maybe it has found an article or a video or a blog post, something about this, but I believe it's not true. I really disagree with it. So, final thoughts based on ChatGPT. What Ukrainian men do well? They are masculine, confident, and protective. That's correct. They take responsibility for providing for their family. That's correct. They put effort into their appearance. Usually, that's correct as well. They have strong personalities and leadership skills. Sometimes that's correct. Not everyone, of course, not everyone is a leader, but in a relationship with a woman, yes, they try to lead. Where Ukrainian men struggle, according to ChatGPT, many are emotionally distant or controlling. Emotionally distant, yes. Controlling, that's questionable. Some expect women to be submissive and dependent. Or that's questionable. Infidelity is common. That's not so. Alcoholism is a problem in some cases. In some cases, it is a problem in all countries. How foreign men can stand out? ChatGPT gives me advice. Foreign men who are confident but respectful are attractive to Ukrainian women. This is correct. Many Ukrainian women prefer foreign men because they are more loyal and emotionally available. That's a matter of preference. If you take the lead, dress well, and show strong character, you will be seen as high value. That's the matter of value. I hope it was interesting for you, and I wonder if among our viewers, maybe there are couples that consist of Ukrainian men and foreign ladies. Maybe you will share your thoughts in the comments below. It will be very interesting to hear your experience, your thoughts. Maybe you have some questions. It will be interesting to have a productive discussion in the comments below. Right now is the time to press like, to subscribe to our channel, and if you like the content that we produce for you, you can support us by becoming a sponsor. My name is Svetlana Mucha. I'm the founder, the leading matchmaker and dating coach at Diolli.com boutique matchmaking service. You can always request a complimentary consultation with the matchmaker if you are interested in our coaching and matchmaking programs. And I'm filming this video for you in Barcelona, Spain with lots of love.